So appreciate the work that you and the ranking member staff have put in putting this together. A lot of our amendments have been included. I did want to call up Rubio Amendment number 1, which I think is, and I believe there's an amendment, first-degree amendment to the amendment, which is the one that we should probably take up. You ready?
Senators recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, and hopefully it won't take that long. One thing the bill does not do, it doesn't include any actionable measures to address Beijing's activities in the South China Sea, and it's clear that what they're doing is a flagrant violation of international law. A Hague tribunal rejected their maritime claims in what was a unanimous decision, and despite that, we now see an unprecedented amount of outpost development, military presence there. You'll recall that in September 2015, Xi Jinping stood in the Rose Garden with President Obama, and he pledged that they would not militarize the South China Sea. Well, by December of the following year, we had imagery showing that Xi had deployed military assets, including large anti-aircraft guns at each of the outposts Beijing controls in the Spratly Islands. They've built runways on these islands, dozens of hangars for fighter aircraft, anti-ship cruise missiles, anti-aircraft batteries, missile defenses, and it's using these islands for its pressure campaign against Taiwan, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, in the Spratlys and Paracels, and it's even pressed into the Natuna Sea to challenge Indonesia. And they now have over 20 outposts in the Paracel Islands and 7 in the Spratly Islands. It uses a constant Coast Guard presence to control the Scarborough Shoal, which it illegally seized from the Philippines in 2012. Since 2013, they've engaged in dredging and artificial island building, creating 3,200 acres, 3,200 acres of new land. And it's also substantially augmented their presence in the Paracel Islands. Go on, but in recent weeks, we've seen them continue to use the intimidation to change the facts on the ground. It's creating a new flashpoint in the South China Sea, Beijing is, by they're massing about 220 fishing and militia vessels in a reef inside the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, and it's a traditional Filipino fishing ground. And so what this amendment would do is it would do a number of things, but I think that the key is that it would impose sanctions on Chinese persons and entities that contribute to development projects in parts of the South China Sea contested by a member country of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or engage in actions or policies that threaten the peace or stability in disputed South China Sea areas or in an East China Sea area administered by Japan or South Korea. It would prohibit U.S. entities from investing in or ensuring projects involving sanctioned entities in either sea. It would impose prohibitions and restrictions on correspondent and payable through accounts related to sanctioned entities if the Office of the Director of National Intelligence determines that China has taken certain actions, such as declaring an air defense identification zone over the South China Sea. It goes on, a number of other items regarding government publishing prohibitions and things of this nature. But those are the key provisions. I would point out that this is a bill that I have filed, a bipartisan bill that I have filed, I believe, since 2016, and it's been referred to this committee each time. I think we've not taken action on it up to this point, but I hope that that will change today. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rubio. Let me, and then I'll recognize members. Let me just make a comment. I share your concerns about the PRC's